Two South Bend police officers who were in hot water last summer were on the agenda at this morning's Board of Public Safety meeting. Last summer, South Bend Police Chief Ron Teachman recommended that officers David Ganoth and Jack Stilt be fired. Teachman accused the two of failing to arrest a woman on a child support warrant when they went to her home back in January of 2014. Teachman said they told the woman to take care of the warrant, then lied to supervisors, claiming she was not home. The board reset Ganoth's disciplinary hearing to March 5th. The findings for Officer Stilp are still being prepared.
It was a great day for the South Bend Fire Department as 15 of their firefighters were recognized for a job well done. The group was in charge of rescuing people from a house fire on January 20th. News Center 16's Christine Karsten was at the meeting and takes us back to that night through the eyes of the firefighters.
We kept hearing that there were more victims and more victims. There were 4 people in the house altogether. 2 self-rescued, but the other 2 were unable to help themselves.
It was around 11:40 p.m. on January 20th when fire crews got the call there was a house fire at the corner of Greenview Avenue and Sample Street in South Bend near the city limits.
Adrenaline definitely goes to a higher level.
Crews arrived at a home that was engulfed in flames and the fire was moving fast.
One of Engine 6 crew members and one of Truck 6 crew members had went to a window on what we call the Delta side of the house. Made entry through the window. I come up behind them. One of them was screaming for a hose. It was getting hot in the room. So immediately made sure that we got a hose line in there to protect them from the heat. And then one of the crew members inside said that we had a bigger victim and we needed to, there was no way they could lift him up to the window. So at that point I went back to the ladder truck, retrieved the saw, and basically made the window into a doorway. Also very instrumental in this was the police officers on scene. They were at that window, yelled at us that there was victims in there, so the police officers on scene definitely played a great role in this as well.
These firefighters were able to get the victims treatment within 23 minutes, meaning 23 minutes from the very first 911 call to the victims getting treatment in the emergency room.
It's days like this that are just phenomenal for us to be able to recognize their actions and the work that they do every single day.
So, you know, we trained to do our job, and the training paid off that night for those victims.
Christine Karsten, News Center 16.
Of the 4 victims in the home, 3 were burned but survived. The 4th suffered severe burns and died from his injuries. Police believe the fire was intentionally set and the investigation into its cause continues.